What's up, guys? Welcome to the episode of Mike Life. Today we're doing a video on a hose reel, a garden hose reel. As you guys know, I did set up over here my whole pressure washer area, and I've left out a garden hose. Usually in the past I had it there. I didn't want a garden hose. I don't want to deal with the hose rolling it up, getting tangled everywhere. So I was looking for a solution, and actually, Giraffe Tools did see one of my videos talking about that, and they sent me their hose reel, which I'm gonna mount right over here. Let me show you guys the reel. And here it is. It's a 90-foot 5/8 hose reel, retractable. It's got the bracket over here that goes on the wall. There's two versions of this. There's the metal version. This is the metal. They also have one that's plastic. They did send me both. I do have the plastic one, which is gonna go to Mr. Landshark. I'll be using the metal version. So inside this kit with the hose reel, they give you your anchors. All right, so you got wall anchors here. They give you a hose. Now this is a jumper hose. They give you this nozzle. Pretty cool looking nozzle. And they give you a user manual. In the user manual, it gives you all the information you need, the measurements and so forth. You can see it is 5/8 inch. And here it says that it is 85 feet for the hose. Now, if I remember correctly, there's supposed to be a 90 foot, maybe 5 feet of it stays inside. I'm not sure, but yeah, 85, 90, good enough for me. Now, they did give me mounting hardware, which is here, which I won't be using that mounting hardware. I'll be using this here. These are Cobra. These are the wall anchors I'll be using. I do have my hammer drill. I got some bits. I got a marker, and we're gonna do an install. Now, what I did here was I took the unit, I brought it over here, okay? I laid this on it. Then I put the hose reel here, and I put the bracket up on the wall, and I didn't make a mark. I see that little black mark right there. So I know right there is where the bracket's gonna go. But to make everything easier, this bracket is removable. There is a screw right there that locks it in place. So I'm gonna be taking that out and then putting the bracket on the wall, and we're gonna make our marks. So basically the screw that's here is a Phillips head. We'll take that out, and the bracket just pops right out. So here's the bracket. It does say up. So this is the way it's gonna go up on the wall. Got my marker. Got a level, and I'm gonna line it up to that first mark that I made. Right there. I'm gonna put a level right on top, and right when I'm level with it, I'm just gonna hold it like that, right in place. Got my marker, and I'm just gonna make a mark for the other 3 holes. Sorry, I bumped into the camera with my head. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got my hammer drill, got a vacuum here. I'm gonna make first a smaller diameter pilot hole, and then I'll use the regular to make the bigger holes. Now I'm gonna use this bigger bit to finish off the holes. I got the plugs ready. I did put some black tape around them, so this way they don't slip in. See, that makes it a little bit harder to slip in there. I'll put that right into place. See, this one's loose, so I'll put it there. Let me see, I think this one is a little bit fatter. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more tape on this one here. All right, I added some more tape. This one, the hole got a little bit wider than what I wanted. There we go. That's nice right there. The whole purpose of the tape is so that the plug doesn't fall in or go too deep. All right, got my bracket. Make sure it's facing up, which it is. All right, just gonna get it partially started. All right, let's put the rest in there. Nice. There we go. Now I can start tightening it up. Oh yeah, that ain't going nowhere. I'll grab my hose reel, slip it right in there. There we go, that's in, that's in. And then I'm gonna tighten this down so this way it doesn't come out. And there we go. In place, perfect, and out of the way. So I got my jumper hose here. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna attach this side and make sure the O-ring is in place. So we'll get that in. And you don't really need to use a tool for this. Hand tightening is fine. If you see you got a little slight leak, then use the tool. But I pretty much got it where I want it. Now, I'm gonna twist this over this way. I'm gonna direct this jumper hose. What I wanna do with the jumper hose, I think, is put it over like that. Go, you guys can see me. And I'm gonna put a quick connect on this side. Make sure the O-ring is there. Tighten that up. This way I could just quick connect right over here. So right there, I could always unplug it when I'm not using it. I don't have to keep it attached in there. Because of the hose sticking out like that, you can see it does hit the wall, but I do have a fix for that. So I'm gonna use one of these elbows here. So let's take this back off. And all I gotta do here is put this in like that, tighten it up. And then I put this here and tighten that up. So you see what it just did? This way I could get it closer to the wall. This will be nice if Giraffe Tools included this stuff. So now it doesn't bother, actually it does bother me because I need to fix this hose now. There we go. See that? Now I can get it closer to the wall. I could take this hose and stick it under here. And here you can see, very nice. It's under the vacuum. It's perfect. It's not gonna block me when I get out of the car. As you can see, I'm against the vacuum right now. Okay, I'm not hitting it, just this tag that's here. Get this tag off, put the nozzle that they provide, and let's check if we got leaks. All right, let's see, any water here? All right, fully open. All right, everything is dry on that side. No leaks here and no leaks here. Let's pull this out a little bit. We'll get the air out. Yeah, lots of air. All right, air is out, water's coming through. Now let's check if there's any leaks. Everything is bone dry on that side. Nice and dry on that side. So as you see here, you do have the hose hanging down and this ball. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna unscrew this. So I wanna basically judge how I want the hang to be. And I think I want it to be right there. Let's tighten this back up. Grab the other screw, pop that in there. All right, got that tightened up, and there we go. That's the way my hose is gonna hang. I don't want it to be too low. Right there is perfect. All right, let's retract this out now. That's pretty good right there. That's awesome. All right, let's retract it out. That's flat, soaker, cone, rinse, shower, vertical, angle down. Oh, I've never seen that one before. Center. Ooh, I like the center. And back to mist. That's pretty cool. I like center. Center's nice. Easy to operate. Press down, off, press up, and it's on. Awesome. And now, usually when you reel this in, they suggest take the water out, but we're gonna leave the water in. Give it a tug. This is the cool thing. No reeling it in, does it automatic. This is why I love this style hose. And now that I'm done, put it right into place. That's awesome. And it hangs perfectly there. It's not in my way or nothing. So one thing I want to do here is definitely update this hose. and I need to put either another splitter. I might put a T here with another valve that's strictly for the garden hose. So this way I don't use this one here because of the hose here. I want to clean it up. Maybe a future video I'm going to do a cleanup of this, but for now this is all set up, working perfectly. So Mike, what are your overall thoughts with this 90-foot retractable hose reel? I love it. This is perfect for the garage. It's out of the way. I don't need to reel nothing in. It's retractable, self-retracting. That's awesome. They give you the jumper hose, which the one thing I would like to see is that fitting I use, the elbow. Definitely, in my opinion, necessary for a clean look, especially if you want to push it up against the wall. They should supply something like that. They give you the nozzle. The nozzle is pretty good. It works. How long is it going to last? Not sure. I got plenty of nozzles, but for now I will be using this nozzle here. The hose, when I say hose, the jumper hose, definitely going to be upgrading that, shorten it up, do something different here, so this way it's a little bit cleaner. But all in all, I do recommend this. This is, in my opinion, something that's a necessity for your garage or even to mount it outside. It's rated also to be outside. You don't need to put this in a garage. And the nice thing about this is that if you do have it mounted outside, and let's say you live somewhere where there's lots of or tornadoes or hurricanes, easily removable for you to store it inside your garage. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. Price on that, I do not remember, but I will have a link down below. It'll be an Amazon link, or if I don't find it on Amazon, I'll put a Giraffe tool link down below. And once again, thank you, Giraffe Tools, for sending this over to me, and thank you to all for watching this episode of Mike Life.